Good evening. How is everybody on this Saturday night? So hopefully everybody is doing well. So we quite a few activities going on today. I was kind of overseeing kind of the weather for down into St. Clair and Vernon County for a couple events. Also here in Henry County, we had the car show that was going on tonight. So I was kind of preoccupied making sure everybody is staying safe. We weren't exactly sure where these thunderstorms for round one were going to form this afternoon. And they happened to form just to the south of Henry County, really on in Benton County, Hickory County, St. Clair, parts of Vernon County, and parts of the south was where most of these storms originated at. And then, of course, now there's pretty intense lines going through Springfield right now. Really from just north of Joplin through Springfield all the way over into West Plains. And we are kind of keeping watch of any little pop-up thunderstorm that could intensify, as we had a relatively strong little guy that started here in just north of Clinton that went through Clinton. National Weather Service took note. I went out and took a look at the kind of at the cloud structure, the storm structure, a little bit of a roll cloud with it, and now it is beginning to dissipate as it heads down into south of Tightwad, Brownington area, and now it's just basically just a heavy shower right now. But we're watching for any little development in any of this watch box area. You notice there's a couple cells up here just northwest of Bolivar, and they just blew up over just over the last 15 minutes. So that's what we're really watching for, any thunderstorm development that might blow up into say a small hail producer, strong gusty wind producer. But right now that cell is pretty much exhausted itself up here in Henry County. Hi Angie, Lucky. So what we are planning on tonight, guys, this was round one. This was actually in an area we wasn't sure where these storms were going to fire up. We still have an outside shot to see a pop-up thunderstorm here in west central Missouri somewhere, kind of like the one we just had here in Henry County. But I think the bigger picture is going to be coming in round two. Round two happens tonight. It will probably be somewhere between the midnight to 2 a.m. time frame when it begins to push back. Actually, the individual cells moving north, the lines moving kind of south. We talked a little bit about that last night, about how these things are going to be coming up overnight tonight, and kind of coming up, almost looks like it's coming up from the south along that front. So let's take a look here real quick. And by the way, there's no severe weather right now in west central Missouri. We are all under a severe thunderstorm watch till 1 a.m. I am not sure if they are just going to continue that until this line of storms move in later, or if they're going to allow this expire for, say, for Bates, Henry, St. Clair, Benton counties, and then maybe reissue another one later on tonight. I'm not sure exactly what the National Weather Service is thinking right now. I did just get an update. Let me just read this real quick. Okay, really about the same what they've been saying. So just the and we'll take a look here. Let's jump over here to this just came out. This is the latest HRRR short-term model, and let's put this into play here. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and put this maybe to maybe just Missouri. That way we get a good look at what these storms are going to do tonight. And of course, this is about 8 o'clock was when this model came out. So we'll put this into play. These are these strong thunderstorms down here near Springfield right now. And then there's midnight. There's 1 a.m. and you start to see several thunderstorms begin to erupt here in west central Missouri. 2 a.m. There's 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. With some, these kind of give us trends of where these thunderstorms are going to be, and most of west central Missouri is right in the mix of things starting around midnight tonight. So kind of depends on where you're at. If you're in Pettis County, it may be 1, 2 o'clock before it starts. Kind of like the same boat we were in last night. So, Johnson County on the Missouri side might be 2, 3 o'clock in the morning before thunderstorms catches up to you. So we're going to have to see as we get closer to that midnight hour exactly where these storms are going to form and how strong they're going to be. Right now, all modes are on the table. The tornado threat is very, very, very small, about like it was last night. Strong straight line winds and large hail are the two primary concerns throughout west central Missouri for this secondary line of thunderstorms. If there is a good thing about getting this line that we didn't have last night, is that this is going to be associated with a cold front, and we're really going to be able to tell that tomorrow afternoon when our dew points drastically drop, temperatures drop, and we'll have a beautiful end of the weekend tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. So that's good news. It's been hot the last couple days. Not much wind moving. Humidity up there right around the 80-85%. It's been pretty warm around west central Missouri. So it's going to feel good to get that nice breeze coming through 72, 73 degrees. It's going to feel great tomorrow afternoon. And again, guys, remember, everywhere around here, whether it's Springfield, whether it's Clinton, tornado threat very, very low tonight. We can't say it's zero because there is a small chance, but the biggest threat definitely is going to be for the strong straight line winds and the potential that some of these cells could produce some large hail. And again, we'll put this into time again. Right up here is your time stamp. So here 12 a.m. our time, and we are starting to see a few thunderstorms pop up here in Vernon County, St. Clair, Bates County, and then a few more around 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So, it's looking like, Pettis County, you guys might not see any of these thunderstorms till 5 o'clock in the morning. So, in which this area down here, St. Clair, Henry, Bates, Vernon, we're gonna be in that rainfall for potential of 3 or 4 hours. So, total rainfall through this time. Looked like we could very easily pick up another ½ inch in Henry County, up to an inch in Bates County, and possibly 1 to 2 inches in Vernon County and parts of St. Clair County. So these are going to be, again, big time rain producers for west central Missouri. Yeah, Angie, you guys did get some hail last night. At least radar indicated hail. I didn't see any confirmation of hail in Adrian, but a hail core went right over Adrian, and that was the same cell that went on up and dumped some hail in Peculiar in Cass County. That was all that same cell that moved across last night. There was a hail core to come through there. Now, it was never warned, so, the hail was relatively small. So, if you have some damage on your church sign, that probably would have had to been pretty good sized hail. But I never saw any indication of large hail, meaning bigger than quarters, last night for Adrian, and they were not under a warning either through the National Weather Service. So a quick look here at radar, and again, most of the strong storms right now are down going across the Springfield area right now. Springfield proper, they do have a severe thunderstorm warning out for them right now. That's for 1 inch hail, 60 miles per hour winds associated with that. We also have another severe thunderstorm warning that's going to just north of Carthage, south of Lamar, along I-49, including Golden City. And again, that's for the potential of seeing some 1 inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds. Got a pretty strong storm getting ready to come through Bolivar in Polk County. So it is not warned right now, but it continues to intensify. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a new severe thunderstorm warning up for Polk County down around the Bolivar along 13 Highway, in between Bolivar and looks like from Fairplay to Bolivar to Halfway. You guys are going to be kind of in the mix of this strong storm here over the next 15-20 minutes. But up here, this is all that's left of that cell that come through Clinton and Henry County about 30 minutes ago. So just not... we just don't have the right ingredients. We got plenty of energy. As you guys know, the dew points are still 75 degrees here at 9:48 at night. So we got plenty of cape, plenty of energy. We just don't quite have that lifting mechanism. We're just a little bit too far away from the front. But that will change as we get closer to the midnight hour. Hi, Barb. Lakeview Heights. Old stomping ground down there. Actually, you guys are going to be in the middle. It's going to be early morning for you guys over in Benton County and Lakeview Heights, Warsaw area. You guys, it's probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood around the 2-3 o'clock in the morning time frame. The way it looks right now, according to the latest model. But we, with this line coming in overnight, we have to remember all modes are possible of severe weather. The tornado threat, very, very low. And I want to make sure I reiterate that. It's very, very low. The biggest thing, we're going to see thunderstorms kind of similar to these that we are seeing down here, in which they might have 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and maybe half-dollar size hail. But the tornado threat is very small. These are going to be more of a linear, a line of storms that's going to be building up from the south, moving kind of north, and that's going to be the retreating cold front, and it will finally blast its way through tomorrow, leaving us with a lot less humidity and a beautiful afternoon and evening tomorrow. Hi, Randy. So you're likely gonna be closer to the 12 to 1 a.m. time frame in Osceola. St. Clair and Vernon counties will likely be one of the first two counties that start feeling the effects of these thunderstorms overnight tonight. So probably between 12 and 1 a.m. you should be having some thunderstorms approaching St. Clair County at that time. And again, some of these may be severe with strong straight line winds and large hail. So we're not on right now because of a imminent severe thunderstorm. There is one that is likely going to be warned down here near Bolivar in Polk County, but nothing going on here in west central Missouri right now. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch until 1 a.m. for all the counties in west central Missouri, with the exception of Cass, Johnson, and Pettis. They're on the northern end of that. And they will likely not see any severe weather overnight tonight, because what's going to happen, that front's going to move up to about us here in Henry County, and then it's going to sit there and start to drop back further south. So I'm not expecting Kansas City Metro to get in any severe thunderstorms tonight. So mainly it's just going to be in this watch box area that they may extend that a little bit longer beyond 1 a.m. depending on what the radar trends are at that time. So I don't think they'll cancel this severe thunderstorm watch, even though there's nothing happening around us, and they'll leave it up for this threat of severe storms later on tonight. What's it look like for Springfield tomorrow? Got to head that way early morning. Well, you'd probably be dealing with some rain still down in Springfield. Let's go back to our model here real quick. So, of course, here's Springfield. And that's tonight, midnight, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe a real strong storm moving through Springfield around 8 to 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. So right now down in Springfield, we're gonna be looking at about noontime before it clears out of Springfield tomorrow, Sherry. So there's gonna be some strong storms down there tomorrow morning too. So if you gotta go really early tomorrow morning, make sure you're checking on on radar and leave a little bit early, because you're probably likely going to be in the rain for most of the trip if you're going early tomorrow morning. Hey, Claire. Probably 1 to 2 a.m., Rick, for Johnstown and Ballard. Between 1 and 2. Maybe a little bit earlier. Depends on where the thunderstorms actually fire up. There'll be small thunderstorms at first, and then they'll kind of congeal into a line. So, but for the most part, about 1 to 2 a.m. About 2 o'clock, Claudine, is when you can expect thunderstorms between 3 and 4 a.m. to be rolling through Warsaw. No problem, Rick. And tonight, so I had to go run and check on, of course, the went up on the square, make sure everything's going good up there here in Clinton. I went out to Aldi's and grabbed a few snacks for me and the boy tonight. And of course, they had a very strong storm over. Actually, it was severe warned for a short time in southeast Benton County, just northwest of Climax Springs. And we had a very, very beautiful cloud tops that you could see off to the southeast here in town during that time. And I snapped a couple pictures. It was just with my phone, but they were actually really beautiful pictures. I'll show you one of them. This was actually looking off to the almost directly east. And you notice just kind of a storm spotter hint, a storm spotter class. If you notice how these clouds down here, they look like cauliflower, and you know how they have very sharp, round borders, and that's a sign of a strengthening thunderstorm. That's what you want to see if you're out storm spotting, is these cauliflower looking cumulus clouds. Okay, they're cumulus nimbus. You want them to be cauliflower looking. Now, if they're real soft and kind of wispy on the outside, that's a sign that they are weakening, that they're not all that robust. But this was a very strong thunderstorm over in southeast Benton County, and it's a beautiful picture. And you notice, if anybody has ever seen a lenticular cloud, which is a cloud that is typically found on top of mountains, and they almost look like a saucer on top of a mountain. Lenticular clouds. I can't even hardly say it. And it's formed from rising air going up the slope and gets to the peak, and then it creates a cloud. It condenses into a cloud on top of a mountaintop. Well, if you notice right here, that's exactly what that is. We were looking at tops over 50,000 feet, and the air was rushing up over the top of it and created this lenticular cloud. Man, I ain't gonna say that no more. I'm just gonna say a dome cloud. But got a great picture of it, and I thought that was kind of cool. Then I took a panoramic view, and I thought I would show you guys. Actually, part of that is kind of closed off. I want to show you another hint when you're storm spotting. This area right here, this is called the anvil cloud. This is when these clouds here are building up so tall that they get up to the troposphere and they cannot rise any higher. and they're going up so fast, and they have no place to go. It's almost like putting a lid on top of a steaming pot of noodles. Once all that steam gets up to the top, it had nowhere else to go except it fans out. Okay, and that's what we call an anvil cloud. And we had an anvil cloud coming out both sides of this supercell. And typically underneath the anvil is where you see those mammatus clouds. Those are the ones that they're very very camera friendly. Everybody always talks about how beautiful they are. They look like little cotton balls. Okay, and they're formed by rapidly cooling air. A lot of times because of hail. But those are those little bubble-shaped clouds. Those are mammatus clouds, and typically you find them underneath of the anvil. So thought that was pretty cool. Took it, and of course it was with my phone, so it wasn't a professional camera by no means, but kind of a little learning point on storm spotting. You'll be clearing up around Warsaw probably around the noon hour tomorrow. Pretty much all of us. That's about the time frame where we can expect to see some clearing. It's probably going to be around the noon time. Maybe a little earlier, but plan on right around noon. And then we'll have a beautiful afternoon and evening for us here in West Central Missouri. Hi, Jamie. So, yeah, Benton County. Yeah, we're under a severe thunderstorm watch till 1 a.m. So, we will have a round of thunderstorms. Some could be strong to severe overnight. Benton County, it could be as late as 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning before those thunderstorms move up to Benton County. But all modes of severe weather are possible, although the tornado threat is very, very small. Let's see here. Hi, Christina. Leighton time frame. Severe thunderstorm watch. Likely between 1 to 2 a.m. when the storms roll through. KK, can you tell us how much rain has already fallen in the past couple days? Well, we've got rainfall really everything is going to be radar indicated on that KK. So here is, this is from iWeather.net. Give it just a minute, it'll load up here. And of course, this is going to be KK. This is going to be mainly for radar indicated, because I know there's going to be certain areas that receive more than this. I've seen it, but kind of depending on where you're at. Let's go to the 48 hour. So basically, depending on where you're at, between say like between 1 to 1.5 inches of rainfall is what we've received so far, KK. So that's where we're. And now I do know there was several reports, and I've seen them, of 2.5 inch rainfalls. But this is going to be radar indicated. So, and again, most of west central Missouri looks like anywhere between and again 1 to 1.5 inches of rain over the last 2 days. Now we have a potential maybe to double that overnight tonight. So and there's going to be some that didn't quite receive that much, and some that received a half inch more than that. So, but that's radar indicated 1 to 1.5 inches of rain over the last 48 hours. Hail threat. Let's take a look at that, Levy. Heck of a hail core down here west of West Plains. Not much going on out there, Levy, with the hail threat. There is some small pea-sized hail. That's up here, looks like just east of Willard, Ash Grove, but it's very, very small right now. There's the hail core. There's a pretty good little hail core here north of Carthage along I-49. Oh, it is, Sally. Yeah, definitely the southern southern half of Benton County, down in southern Benton County. That was part of those pictures that I just shown of a very strong cell down there, and it wasn't moving very fast either. So it just constantly rained over the same areas, hail. There was some strong wind report down there just west of Cross Timbers as well. Alright guys, so if anybody doesn't have any questions, and of course you know me, I'm likely going to be doing the same thing again tonight. I'll probably set my alarm for about midnight, and I'll get up and have everything fired up here at the Weather Center and kind of watch these storms when they start to pop off, and if they look like they're going to be severe, I'll definitely jump on live and we'll track those storms like we did last night. Salina. Oh, excuse me. We will take a look at Salina. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look out here in central Kansas, and we'll take a look at the time frame for around Salina. They'll have a very heavy cluster. It's called the MCS. I'm not trying to confuse anybody, but MCS is pretty much just a fancy name for a cluster of storms. It stands for a mesoscale convective system, MCS, and that's exactly what's going to be going across central Kansas, including Salina, overnight tonight. This is about 1 a.m. That's going to be here in central Kansas, and actually that cluster, that MCS, is what's actually going to rotate into west central Missouri after the line of storms begin to move to the north. So yeah, over in Salina, you guys are kind of in the same boat. You guys are going to be, the biggest threat obviously is going to be large hail, damaging winds. Tornado threat, very, very small, but it's still there. Pretty much like the rest of us here in west central Missouri and eastern Kansas. So it's going to get pretty loud tonight, guys. From everything that I'm looking at, it's going to be pretty loud, and but there's going to be a pretty sharp drop off. If you notice, if I continue this in play up in, say, KC Metro, Lafayette County, you know, they just barely get into the light rain as this system continues to move across. So there'll be a pretty sharp drop off there between severe weather and rainfall from the north to south. So hey, you bet, Greg. I'd love to do it. Love to do it. I know, Christina. Yeah. Everybody, we laughed about that last night. I think you were on here too, Christina, when we were talking about that. You know, me working in a public place and everybody coming in and saying, man, Subby would love what you do, but I'm getting sick and tired of laying in bed with my wife and being woke up hearing your voice. So, good stuff. You bet, Ben. And Amanda. Yeah, I thought so. I thought that was you. I wasn't gonna put the blame on you, but I thought that was you. Okay, so just one quick recap, guys, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here and kind of go on my night, get a little rest, and then get a couple hour nap in, and then jump back on here about midnight, and we'll take a look at these storms as they come into the area. But again, right now, west central Missouri, we are still under that severe thunderstorm watch till 1 a.m. They may extend that depending on when these storms come through the area and how severe that they are going to be. So they're not going to let this severe thunderstorm watch expire early, I don't think. So we need to stay weather aware. Nothing in our area now, no warnings, just a severe thunderstorm watch for eastern Kansas and west central Missouri all the way down through Springfield. Around midnight to 1 o'clock, we are going to expect to see some thunderstorm down in Vernon County, St. Clair County, Hickory County, and then they will continue to expand and then finally reach most of west central Missouri right around the 1 to 2 a.m. time frame. Some of you in, say, some of Henry County, Benton County, it might be 3 or 4 a.m. before these thunderstorms begin to affect you. And then once these storms make it to your area, we're going to have a few hours of intermittent thunder showers, thunderstorms, heavy rain, and then finally start to clear out of here tomorrow morning around 9 a.m. So that's kind of a recap what we got going on right now. Again, if you're still up watching this, get a couple hours sleep, be rested up, and because it's likely going to get pretty loud overnight tonight again. So I do have my lightning detector, aka my dog. She will definitely let me know when the storms are getting close, as well as weather radio. So everybody, how far north? Really, you see where this watch box is right here, Greg. Actually, I think they've done a very good job. This is the edge of the watch box right here. I think that's going to be awfully darn close where that, how far north they're going to go. Now, granted, up here in Kansas City, Higginsville, Lafayette County, Pettis County, over to Lawrence, they're going to get some rainfall. But I think the biggest threat for any severe thunderstorms, heavy rain, is likely going to be right in this watch box area. Probably more than likely right in this area right here. That's what I am doing on. You guys know I like to do old school, but that's I do my own weather maps. So I use the dry erase board, and something that we used to do it with pen and paper in college at University of Missouri. We would have the big weather maps, and we would hand plot everything. I still enjoy to do that, and it kind of keeps me a little sharp on what's going on. Versus, I love the computers. I love them, but sometimes you got to go back old school. And this here is where I see probably the bulk of, if there's severe weather is going to happen. This here is going to be probably the most likely place, but if it shifts 15-20 miles to the north, now we're going to be encompassing more of west central Missouri. So but yeah, I think the watch box pretty much outlines where we're going to see the best potential for severe weather. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream for now. And everybody get a little bit of rest. And kind of depends on how late we're up tonight. Tomorrow is Sunday. We might have to do it maybe tomorrow evening if we're up late with storm, but we'll be taking a look at the global predictor. So if anybody has outdoor plans, outdoor activities over the next 5-6 months, and they'd like to catch a forecast, we will be doing that live tomorrow, likely tomorrow evening. So drop those dates down anywhere around the world, anytime over the next 5-6 months, and we'll get you a forecast for that day using Gary Lezak LRC model and weather 2020. You bet, Misty. Hey, Hunter. Well, you're coming in late, buddy. You're coming in late. I was just about ready to cancel the stream. We're going to be back on later on, probably likely around the 1 a.m. time frame. We'll be back live. Basically, Hunter, the best way to show you is with this right here, and I'll do this real quick, and then I'm going to end this stream to get a little rest in tonight. Right here is your timestamp, 8 o'clock. Those are the thunderstorms that are ongoing down by Springfield right now. And watch what happens right around midnight. Midnight to 1 a.m. we get several thunderstorms that will begin to move through west central Missouri. And then once we're in those thunderstorms, we're going to stay in those thunderstorms till likely 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock, depending on where you're at in west central Missouri. I think noon, most of west central Missouri will be out. A lot less humidity, cooler temperatures, beautiful afternoon, beautiful evening. So we still have another round 2, moving in, likely starting sometime around the midnight 1 a.m. time frame. So that is how Clinton is looking, Hunter. So, okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream, and I have a feeling we will be talking to each other here in just a few hours. Have a good night, everybody.